You're awesome. Okay, turn your Bibles to John chapter 19, verse 38 to 40.
Come on, bro.
So do you guys have those friends that, since you became a disciple, they haven't changed?
Yep.
Yeah.
Now, I have quite a few of them here in Northampton. And one of them called me last week, and he called me and he said, Michael, since you've left, my life hasn't changed. And I remember when we were at university together, I used to speak to him every week, and he had so many challenges, so many things that he was going through, and I was going through the same things. And I'd call him and I'd be like, mate, you've got to stop worrying about this, you've got to stop worrying about that. And I was like, you know what? You know what's really helped me is I've started reading the Bible.
Come on.
I was like, Brogan, you need to start reading the Bible.
Right.
And he'd always say to me, he's like, Michael, the Bible's you. The Bible isn't me. And I said to him, Brogan, you know what? Since I left 2 years ago, I've gone from someone who worked as a gardener to someone who now leads the videography department of one of the biggest cancer charities in the UK. I'm someone who used to have anxiety, social anxiety, to go into any sort of big social situation. There's someone who now leads a discussion group. I used to be someone who was too shy to sing, who now leads the song team in the West. I used to be someone who couldn't manage my own life to someone who now leads a household and to someone who now disciples an awesome brother. His name is Henry. I'm someone who used to lead relationships into sin, who now is dating purely someone who I honestly think is the most beautiful girl in the world. Mayowa Joy. She just did a nervous laugh like and the thing is that when I was saying this and when I was thinking about it, I was thinking, you know what? I actually think I'm doing maybe a little bit too much. You know, I actually think, I don't know why I'm at the back of the room filming the services, you know, like I'm doing all this, I'm leading the song team, I'm leading the Bible talk, like, should I be at the back doing all the filming as well? And I was like, and you know what, like, should I be someone who's like getting everyone out to go sharing and trying to get them fired up? Should I be someone who's trying to encourage people to get in? Should I be joining other people's Bible studies? I've got my own. I'm a busy man. I've got this job going on. Well, the thing is, I'm here to tell you guys that revolutionary excellence is not about doing well in your career. It's not about doing well in your life. It's about doing these things and cranking the ministry at the same time. The thing is that when we do this is when people look at our lives and they're like, how is this possible? How has this guy got this job? He's doing this career, and at the same time he's leading all these things. He's doing all these amazing things. And the thing is, guys, we can do it. We can, every single one of us. This isn't just me, this isn't Tosin, Luke, all the people leading in the room right now. Every single one of you can do it. It's just about having the heart to change and do it. So guys, I want to show you guys an example of an excellent man in this career and who also served Jesus excellently. In John chapter 19, verse 38 to 40, it says, Later, Joseph of Arimathea asked Pilate for the body of Jesus. Now Joseph was a disciple of Jesus, but secretly because he feared the Jewish leaders. With Pilate's permission, he came and took the body away. He was accompanied by Nicodemus, the man who earlier had visited Jesus by night. Nicodemus brought a mixture of myrrh and aloes, about 55 kilos. Taking Jesus' body, the two of them wrapped it with spices in strips of linen. This was according with Jewish burial customs. Leaving my arm.
Come on, Mayowa!
Thank you. Hello, sisters. So, as Michael said, we are talking about revolutionary excellence. Now, for me, excellence is something that I often strive for, but in a worldly sense. You know, I looked for excellence in my achievements, in what people thought about me, in am I in that inner circle? And so I can really relate with these men in the scripture, Joseph and Nicodemus. Joseph was a man in the ruling council in Jewish law, and Nicodemus was part of the Sanhedrin, as you probably know him as Nick by night, right?
Yeah.
And so, essentially, these men were excellent by the world standards. And this caused them actually to be fearful about being open about their faith. Until this moment in the scripture. Until this moment when they saw what Jesus had done for them.
Wow.
And so I just want to help you guys see that these men of excellence in the world, they brought themselves down and served Jesus humbly. Because when they took Jesus off the cross, when they decided to do that, it was a public declaration of their faith, essentially. And this was like a painstaking process by Jewish customs. It wasn't just imagine taking a dead body off a cross. And in Jewish customs, you couldn't have foreign objects when you were wrapping a body. And so what they would have had to do, these men, is essentially take the thorns out of Jesus' head. Wipe the blood from his matted hair. Take out the splinters in his shoulders and in his back. These men of excellence in the world humbled themselves to serve Christ. And you can see that. They made the decision to take down their self-made image of excellence and serve, Christ. And I just want to ask, sisters, how much do you serve in the kingdom? And the way that you do serve, the capacity that you do serve, is it something that you're proud of? Is it something that you're ashamed of? Because if it is, it's probably one of three things.
Come on. I'm ready.
Either one, you're not doing enough. You're not proud of what you're doing. You're not serving excellently because you're holding back. 2, you're just not challenging yourself enough. You're not pushing yourself. You're not putting yourself out of your comfort zone. And 3, you're just worldly. You are just worldly. Because these men, Joseph and Nicodemus, they realized that true excellence comes from humbly serving Christ. Do you see your service in the kingdom as excellence? These men revolutionized their thinking about what excellence really was. And so I want to challenge you, sisters, to do the same.
So me and Mayowa are here today to tell you guys that none of you are too important to serve. None of you are too important to serve. And the thing is, God has not put you here today on this earth to be working on your career, to be working on your life. God has put you here to work on your heart. To turn yourself into someone who is humble and who's willing to serve. If you're someone who is doing well in your career and you're thinking, you know what, serving is for the campus, serving is for the new disciples who want to look great for the kingdom, then we challenge you to have a quiet time about Jesus, where you go splinter by splinter into what Jesus did and to serve us, specifically into how he died on the cross. Because if Jesus was willing to serve us in such a way that he meant he would die for us, how much more should we be doing to serve one another today? To God be the glory.